Okay, so check this out here. Obviously, you saw the video that I did not too long ago exposing these auditors and talking about True North transparency, Rick. Now, obviously, this is sending a message here big time, what he's got here. And this is very interesting because you heard in my previous videos how I was talking about how I believe he is a Freemason and he stages many of these interactions with the police. Now, in this video right here, check this out. He's filming at a construction site and two Ottawa police officers show up. And guess who one of those Ottawa police officers is? Yeah, the same guy who attacked me and threw me to the ground and tore my body camera off and forced me, basically had these other cops kidnap me and force me to a hospital just for speaking the truth. He also almost drove his car into me. And that's this guy here, English. And obviously, very clearly, the Ottawa police and these auditors are sending a message here that they work together. And this is staged. So check this out. This is the same guy who was in my video, who attacked me in April, simply for speaking the truth. I was already walking away from the brief exchange that I had with the other officer when this psychopath here, English, who has all these gang tattoos all over his arm, just like a lot of these cops do, and some of these Kabbalah-related occult symbols, like so many of these other Freemason Ottawa cops do. And guess who shows up in True North Transparency's recent video here? Yeah, you guessed it, Officer English. So if you don't think that these Ottawa police officers and other police officers are working with these Freemason auditors to stage these interactions, just check this out here. And listen to what English says to True North Transparency here. He even says to him, is your mental health okay? Listen to this, okay? Listen to this exchange. Now, again, I don't have to tell you, if you have any sense, that these exchanges are staged. And I've given very good reason in the past, explained why I think most of this auditor movement is a psychological operation and many of the auditors are Freemasons. So check this out here. This is obviously sending a very clear message to me here. Yeah, from both the auditors and the Ottawa police.
There's lots of coyotes. Go ahead.
That's him there on the right. Check it out.
Stock spray, dude. $20, Canadian Tire. Yeah. Pepper spray is illegal as hell in Canada.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so is bear spray.
So even shaking, I'm just using
What are you doing?
That's him there. Clearly that's him.
Nothing's going on. I'm filming.
Okay. As long as you're not engaging with them.
Oh, they come up to me. I can talk to whoever I want.
Yeah, but if they...
Clearly the same officer, and you can see there what he did there. It looked like he just briefly flashed that Masonic devil horns hand sign that a lot of them flash. You can see in some of the other auditor videos, that Ontario audit, where a cop briefly flashes that hand sign at him as well. And when I was on the ground after this psychopath here who attacked me, this guy in the video, English here, with his gang tattoos all over his arms, probably for the biker gang that he's a part of as well when he's off duty to stalk people. That other individual, one of the other cops, also briefly flashed that same horns hand signal that these Masons often flash.
I'm not chasing around trying to speak to them.
Okay.
That's clearly him there.
I'm not chasing around trying to speak to them.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
That's clearly the same guy that attacked me there.
I'm actually a pretty nice guy.
Yeah. So have you got an issue with the company, or are you just...
I can't answer that. I can't answer that question.
You can't answer that, okay.
Yeah, I'm not here for any ill will with these guys or anything of the sort.
And is there a reason why you're wearing a vest?
Is there a reason why you're wearing a vest?
Yeah, we're
Me too. Me too. I have a reason as well.
Our duty, so...
Yeah, sometimes. Me too. Me too. Yeah.
Okay. Everything okay? You're doing okay?
Journalism can be pretty dangerous sometimes.
They're always told to do that. They're to say, are you okay? He says you're doing okay mental health wise. You hear that? They're trained to do that too. And of course, this was this psychopath who attacked me. For speaking the truth, I was already walking away from a brief exchange that I had with another officer, and it did get a little bit heated, the exchange, but I was already leaving when this guy drove up, this psychopath Freemason criminal here, English, and almost drove his car directly into me, and then he physically attacked me when I was already walking away. He's a psychopath and a criminal, and of course, after putting out this video about True North transparency and how he stages interactions with his fellow Freemasons and the police, who shows up in the next video? Yeah, his Masonic brother right here, sending a message, obviously.
Sometimes, yeah.
Everything okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Your mental health is good?
Oh, you look a little rough around the edges. You okay? You weren't drinking last night or today, are you?
No, he probably
You
was.
good?
He probably was.
Okay,
He
that's
was
good.
probably
Me
on a
too.
meth
Me too.
binge.
You look pretty smart. You're a young guy, yeah?
Notice this guy's also got the gang tattoos all over his arms, because that's what these guys are. They're gang members, essentially. Many of them are members of criminal biker gangs, and they sell narcotics when they're off duty. And they're an organized crime syndicate who stalk and harass people.
How long you been?
But make no mistake, you can tell this is sending a message to me, both from these auditors and from the drug trafficking criminal Ottawa police. And to those with any type of discernment, you can tell they're sending a message. This is staged, and they work together. And don't be fooled by thinking that this guy actually opposes them.
on the force?
This is a staged.
No, you don't. I can find out though, so I will find out. Your name and badge number, sorry.
Do what you need to do.
So English?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
No,
So
badge
you can
number?
look it up.
No, you need a badge number too.
Yeah, I do have a badge number.
You can clearly see it's the same guy
Actually,
that
get the
attacked
badge
me.
number that's part of the Police
That's
Services
fine.
Act. Which
English.
you're
That's
not
my
gonna,
name.
you're not going to give me your
Yeah,
badge
I've
number.
identified myself, yeah?
No, you haven't. You have
Okay.
to do name
So
and
what
badge
we're
number.
gonna do is
It's two pieces of ID.
We're not going to be hanging around.
Well, I'm not going to be.
You're not going to physically attack him and almost drive your car into him, English? You're not going to grab him and tear the body camera off him like you did to me? You psychopath, criminal, drug trafficking, Freemason, pedo. You're not going to do that, huh? Of course not, because he's your Masonic brother.
Talking to you anymore. You're not. If you're not going to articulate your badge number, I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
You have to stay off
No,
the road, first of all.
It's true what TNT said to him. The guy does look like he's been on a 3-day meth binge, too, while he's on the job. Look at him, how always disheveled he looks. He does look like he was just drinking for the last, 12 hours. And he's one of the most inarticulate, ignorant buffoons you'll ever meet, who, ironically, despite his name, he struggles to speak the English language because he has such a low IQ and can barely form coherent sentences. And when he was there when they attacked me too, every second word out of his mouth was F this, F that. Really good for a public servant to be spewing profanity so profusely. But I guess when you're that ignorant, when you can't even speak the English language, as Officer aptly, ironically named English is, I guess that's all you can do, being such an ignoramus.
I'm off the road. I went to talk to you and you cut me off while I was crossing the road.
You're currently on the roadway.
So are you.
He sounds like he's got an accent, like he might be originally from Nova Scotia. I'm not sure, but he kind of sounds like that, or maybe Newfoundland, possibly from Newfoundland. Sounds like he's got one of those Maritimes accents. Now, is True North Transparency going to shake hands with these guys and pose for a selfie, the way he did with his other Masonic brothers? I wonder if he's going to do that, huh? Now, my initial instinct after what this criminal psychopath, unstable buffoon did to me was to file a lawsuit. But after having had a brief exchange with another individual from Ottawa who's also being harassed by the Ottawa police, he told me that if you file a lawsuit, first of all, you're going to have to pay, and then you're going to have to, they're just going to keep putting it off and putting it off. And there's going to be Freemasons in that courtroom who are just going to protect this criminal. And once you're on a watch list, CSIS will intervene and make sure that these people lie to cover up the crimes of this criminal Freemason here. But it's interesting too, because when True North Transparency puts this out, it's almost like they want me to change my mind about him or something, and think just because he's confronting this criminal goon and thug here, that somehow he's not controlled. I know this is a skit, and you know this is a skit too, if you have any sense, but it's sending a direct message to me, because again, True North Transparency is not going to openly speak about my channel, because that would bring attention to it. And then they'd see this same psychopath here when he attacked me.
That's okay.
No, it's not. If you're telling me to get off the road, get off the road.
Look, we're not going to play this.
I need your badge number. I'm not even talking to you. I was standing over there on the corner.
No problem.
I'm perfectly fine.
Stay on there. Don't engage with people who don't want to.
Don't tell me what to do. Tell your badge number to people who ask for your badge number. That's the law. That's the law.
Anything more original?
That's the law.
See how
What? Can you?
I've identified.
see how dumb Officer English is? You don't have anything more. He's so dumb and such a low IQ buffoon. He really, again, the name is ironic, English, since he struggles so severely with speaking the English language with any degree of fluency.
No, you haven't. Well, I'll find out, and then I'll put a complaint in on you.
It's okay. Right?
Yeah, well,
In the meantime,
don't count on that.
I have nothing more to say to you.
All right.
Ha ha ha. They're not making me move. So all their butts are hurt. And they park like complete assholes. So English car 7415. We'll find out his name and badge number very soon. And you do look like you've been drinking, sir. Can
He
I search
does.
your
He
vehicle?
does. He
No?
probably was. He was probably on a meth binge too, and now he's going to go back to selling it or picking up his money from the drug dealers who he allows to operate. And that's car 7451, the same criminal thug and goon who physically attacked me. And it's obviously this is a message being sent by the auditors too. Make no mistake there, he doesn't oppose this guy. They're both Masons, and this was a little stage play. And also sending a direct message to me from both the criminal psychopath Ottawa cops and this guy here. TNT, True North Transparency. This is on his TNT Unfiltered channel. Now, no one can look at that and say that that's not very clear what's going on there. So that's him.
Thanks for identifying, young man. Doing your job. I shouldn't be thanking you for doing your job. Of course, they make the weenie drive the hybrid.
So there you go. That's very obvious. And again, that guy is a criminal and a psychopath who not only should not be carrying a firearm, he's unfit to be carrying a firearm, as he physically attacked me immediately, just for speaking the truth, even after I was walking away, and my conversation with the other officer, my exchange with him, although somewhat heated, was already done. So that guy is a psychopath, and you could hear what he said to him too. He's saying, "You feeling okay? Is your mental health okay?" That's what they're told to do with anyone who films the police in these situations and documents these things. So in that aspect of it, they're giving you some reality there. That's what he would really say. And so that was him there. Interesting, huh? And another thing that's interesting, just to briefly touch upon this, is I've uploaded that. I have some other smaller channels, which I don't talk about as much, that I keep just in case the main one gets censored. So I uploaded that video to a number of other ones, and what's interesting is on the one channel, the smaller channel, I a few months back received a notification saying True North Transparency has subscribed to your channel. So to me, it would be very likely, it seems very likely, that he also would have seen that video with Officer English and what he did to me. Yet there's no mention of it there, so I guess it just didn't ring an alarm bell, because I know he was, I don't know if he still is, but he was subscribed to my other smaller channel that I keep as one of the backups. And that video has been uploaded there. So if he would have watched any of the content on there, he probably would have seen Officer English attack me in that video. But no mention of that, because this situation is just staged, as you know. Very interesting there, though. Very interesting. Clearly sending a message there. What do you mean, what's going on?
Huh?
What's going on is I'm just speaking to the gentleman there.
Yeah?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Come here.
What are you doing?
Come here.
I haven't done it. What you'll notice is that in those series of videos, first of all, you can clearly hear true no transparency mimicking things that I say in the way I speak in the one video. Then you can see him setting up a little stage play with the same cop who violently attacked me. And that's all it was, is a stage play, because they're both Masons, and the Canadian Auditor quote-unquote movement is nothing but a farce. They're change agents, and they work for the system. So don't be fooled into giving any of these people money. They're not who they say they are. They're frauds. And you don't even have to look too deeply to find that out. I mean, it's very clear that they are. They won't talk about any of the real things that are happening with regards to true police corruption, with provable involvement in drug trafficking, nor will they talk about the enormous conflict of interest with most of the male officers being Freemasons, and they have taken vows to those Masonic lodges which come before their vows to serve and protect, and which supersede those vows. And with those vows in Masonry, part of it is they are told that if they betray the Brotherhood, they will have their throat slit, I believe it is, or their something like that, or their chest cut open or something. Now they'll lie and say, oh, it's just, it's symbolic or whatever. It's not symbolic. So those are the type of vows that they take, and then these are the people who you're supposed to believe are serving the public. When you also see them engaging in outright treasonous acts to deceive the very public that they're supposed to serve by participating in false flags. And it's not just a few cops. Obviously, the entire organization would have to be involved. For them to be involved in such a large scale with setting up these staged events. So if you read about communitarianism and you understand Amitai Azzione's writings, one of the major promulgators of these ideas, who is now deceased, he talks specifically about in some of his writings, about an interconnectedness, how the media are required to do their part, the police are required to do their part, and the citizenship, who they essentially control, are also required to do their part. And so what he's referring to in that regard, he's not going to come right out and tell you that, but that refers to participating in these staged events with the and that's also why you see the media completely there's a complete blackout on covering real police corruption. Every now and then, CSIS, who gives stories to our media, plants stories in our media, will plant a fake story to deceive the public into thinking there's oversight in police activities, saying things like that recent one, for example, where they're claiming the Winnipeg police officer was, found guilty, or Winnipeg police officer caught being involved with drug trafficking. The entire organization is involved in drug trafficking, but they don't want you to know that, so they have to plant these fake stories to make you think that the organization itself in its entirety isn't corrupt and completely run by criminal Freemasons. Criminal Freemasons who all willingly take part in large-scale mass deception events to deceive certain members of the public who they're supposed to serve. So he never talks about that, and he's a smart enough guy to know that. And again, we see him regularly staging these ridiculous fake interactions with the police. And the way he responds to it when somebody calls him out in a video about that, legitimately, is just to mimic the way I speak and set up another stage play, because he can't refute it. He knows it's true. And so they won't engage with facts or anything truthful. All they can do is mimic, and they go to that specific manual that they have, the Masonic Diversion Tactics Manual, to do that. Attempt to just ridicule your opponent, attempt to goad them into an emotional reaction. They follow that manual precisely when they're confronted in any way about the deception that they're involved in. And make no mistake about it, those people are involved just as heavily as the police are in this deceit to destabilize the country and bring in this totalitarian state that they have, that they're setting up. And they don't see it that way. You can also see in his videos this thing here. He's promoting this here, the QR code. Now, only people who are controlled by the system are going to promote that, because that ties right in with the digital ID. And so he's been told to normalize that as well, so to show you that image where you can give him his whatever, his PayPal with that. Pay him for setting up staged events and pretending to be for freedom when he really works for the same system that he's pretending to be against.